Good morning, Riddhi.
Good morning, ma'am.
Just waiting for the parents to join in.
No problem. So all the parents will be joining on our YouTube live. So here it'll only be you, me, and the facilitator. That's
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe as soon as the facilitator, her name is Abhilasha. So as soon as she joins, we can begin the session.
Okay.
All right, great. Latika ma'am, we have Abhilasha here, who is our facilitator. So
Okay, ma'am.
we can, yeah. So I think we can begin our session. Or do you want to wait for another 2 minutes? Because it's just 10:29.
This particular meeting, I cannot see how many parents have joined it.
No, ma'am. So I have access to YouTube, right? So I think some of them have already joined because they've been replying on the chat. So can we just wait for another minute or so and then begin?
Okay.
Okay, great. All right. Thank you. All right. Latika ma'am, I think we can begin the session.
Okay.
Yes.
Should I begin then?
Yes, please. You can turn on your video, please.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all the parents, those who have joined in for this initiative. And I, at the same time, extend my heartfelt gratitude to you all for joining in on time, as it's important. This is the most important virtue and value. I believe that, punctuality should be there. If we have to attend a meeting or we have to attend a function or anywhere else. So thank you so much, everyone, for sparing your valuable time, for joining in, and really grateful and thankful to you all, because certainly there is a reason for which we have joined or organized this, teachers and parent orientation program. Just wanted a bit more learning of values among our students, and that is really highly required at this time when the children are in a tussle of mobile phones, OTT platforms, and learning a lot of things from there, and quickly adapting all those worldly things. So moral inculcation and moral value has to step in, to guide them what is right and what is wrong. So then let's build a stronger and a healthier character in children. That is what our initiative talks about. This is regarding value education. 21st century human values and life skill education program and products are designed and delivered by role models here at this platform, which we are going to start for our students from grade 3 to grade 8, and would be a wonderful program with a lot of initiatives taken by the Saksham initiative team, and a lot of activities will come in to guide and motivate children to follow the path of righteousness. Here, basically, value education design and delivers customized character education solution to individual groups and big groups, ranging from 10 to thousands through programs and products that are research-oriented, relevant, and effective. Dear parents, value education plays multiple roles, including curriculum designing, content creators, survivors, researchers, operational planners, program deliverers, assessments and administrators, and impact auditors. And certainly value education, we are putting emphasis because in present scenario, in present time, this
I'm so sorry about that. I think ma'am got logged out because of internet issue. Anyway, I will be taking over from here. So a quick and brief introduction about me. So firstly, good morning, everyone. Before we kickstart today's session, I, Riddhi Preetham, the program coordinator at Val-Ed Initiatives, would like to welcome each and every one of you to our orientation. I'm extremely pleased to have the real change makers here on the screen who have effortlessly been working towards making each individual a better human being, which in turn makes a better society and a better nation. So I hope everybody is seated quietly and has good internet connection so you do not miss out on any important information. Before we proceed with the session, I would like to show you all a video. So please sit back and enjoy the video. Just give me a minute. I'm going to share my screen.
In life, you require solving the problem, having the courage, having the curiosity to learn, having persistent follow-up, and most important is humility. It gives me a great pleasure to come to the school because normally we get lot of invitation. Our foundation gets 5,000 to 6,000 invitations in a year, but I choose the school where something is new. I would like to come and visit. Their idea, it really appealed to me. For a teaching family, a new idea, a good school means a lot.
Let me introduce you to Val-Ed Initiatives, an organization devoted to building stronger and healthier character in children, parents, and teachers. Dear parents, no one is born with character. Everyone takes the responsibility and builds it over a period of time through the choices, education, and the environment that they are in. Our education requires our children's hearts to be educated as well, and that's what we do. Through scientific and innovative methodology, we are leading a new brand of education which is helping raise happy, successful, and meaningful children who live lives of purpose. In short, children with character. Our organization has been working on this for the last 10 years. We work with millions of children, parents, and teachers across the country in 17 states. We bring the best of all these practices to your school today. I'm very happy to introduce to you Saksham, a program which is long-term, continuous, and devoted to the character development, values development, life skills development, and social-emotional learning development of your children. Do you remember when you were in school, you had a subject called moral science? Something which you and I didn't take very seriously. It was a graded subject. It was almost a free subject for some of us. But today as adults, we've realized if one has to be successful in life, our materialistic and technical knowledge can only take us so far. It's what's in here that really matters. So what makes Saksham so special? Let me give you 5 reasons why Saksham is a seismic improvement and an advancement over traditional moral science education. Number 1, the curriculum and the content that is covered in Saksham. We've taken modern evidence-based science of character development. An example is from child psychology, from counseling, social emotional learning. We took all of it together. We took fables and stories from different cultures. We mixed both of them up and we came up with something which is scientific, creative, fun, engaging, and time-tested. Number 2, our teaching methodology. After years of research, Saksham has developed an indigenous model of character education which is based on the 4 pillars of learning: experience, reflection, realization, and transformative action. With these 4 things coming together, you see that not only are children's learning interesting, but they are long-lasting and you will see an impact in real life in a very short duration amount of time. Number 3, project-based learning. Imagine your children doing fundraisers, renovating the school, doing an awareness campaign, doing a water drive, and so on and so forth. When they work with each other, when they work on causes, when they work over a long period of time, they get a real idea of how and why they can be successful in life. The 4th one, the Saksham Global Platform. As a parent and as a teacher, you will have the opportunity to see what children are learning in their classes on an every month basis. You will also have resources which helps and educates you to be better parents and better teachers to support their journey as well. Imagine the latest research, articles, parenting tips, teaching tips, all available to you at the tip of your fingertips on your phone at any time for you to be able to work on that. Number 5, assessment and measurement. By a process of baseline and end line, which means before, at the beginning of the year, we ask questions to understand where children stand and what they feel about their environment, their own personal capabilities, their capacities. We understand where they stand. And after a year-long work, we ask them those same questions again to understand how much they have progressed. You also, as parents and teachers, will be part of this process. When from a 360-degree angle, we understand the impact, we understand where we've reached, where we are yet to do a better work, and it becomes the foundation of our program in the coming years as well. That gives you the 5th competitive assessment and measurement based opportunity. Now that you've seen the advantage that Saksham gives all of you, I hope you are as excited as I am to join hands in this journey. Remember, when we all come together everyone achieves more. That's the abbreviation of the word team. As a parent, as a teacher, how can you be part of this journey in specifics? Here's the first one. Ensure that every week you spend some amount of time asking your children what happened in the Saksham class. Not only will your question help your children share, but even you will get educated. The second one, whenever you are invited for events of Saksham and Val-Ed initiatives, ensure that you are a part of it. And third, be part of assessments, be part of measurements so that you too are able to share what you've seen as an impact point and what you've seen as a feedback point. These 3 simple things can help us come together to make our children not only good children, but also wonderful human beings, great sons and daughters, wonderful model citizens, and if everything falls together, a wonderful human being. So, let's join our hands, let's ask as many questions as we want and take this program with all energy in all of our schools. Pranam, Jai Hind.
So after the insightful video, I would just like to quickly give a small introduction to Mayank. So let me introduce you all to someone who has laid the foundation of the vision to build a healthier and a stronger character. He is a true inspiration to the current youth in the terms of leading a life of values, and to whom values stand greater than anything else. He is a 3 times TEDx speaker and has inspired the youth through one of his ventures as co-founder of the Yuva organization at the age of 18. He is called the son of many school principals and teachers and a proud founder of and CEO of Val-Ed Initiatives. So this is a little introduction of us, the CEO of Val-Ed Initiatives, and I'm sure during the process and during our journey, you will definitely be able to speak with him. So without taking any extra second, I would also like to introduce our facilitator for today, who is Abhilasha. She has been a part of Val-Ed for for quite a few years, and today she is still a part of Val-Ed by being our facilitator. So I welcome you, Abhilasha, to take over.
Thank you so much, Riddhi. Hello, everyone. A very, very happy morning to all of you. All the teachers and all the parents who have today assembled for this beautiful and insightful program. I know that all the teachers and parents have this great wish that their children are always and always successful, right? So, along with this wish, there is one truth that all teachers and parents know. And what is that? That though we want our children to be successful, we can not always be with our children, isn't it? We cannot always remain with our children. And that is the reason why we need to give our children the learning and the power of discretion, the power of deciding what is right and what is wrong, the power of differentiating between what's the right thing and what's the wrong thing. कहते हैं ना कि एक बच्चे में विवेक शक्ति को जागृत कर देना ही पेरेंट्स और टीचर्स का सबसे बड़ा काम होता है. If the child gets that power of discretion, then the child can always be happy and successful, just like how the teachers and parents want them to be. So today we have all assembled here to understand a little more about this beautiful program called Saksham. So let me take you through the model of the Saksham program, wherein we can understand that the teachers, the parents, and children all have a great role to play together. They all have an equal role. And when everyone is together, we can create magic. Right? So I just take a moment to share my screen with all of you. Yes. So We call this the 4-5-6 action model. And you will shortly also understand why we call it this way. So as I said, let us try to understand what role each of the stakeholders, the parents, the teachers, and the children have in making this program a successful one for our children. So the first thing is about the teachers. What do the teachers have to do to make the Saksham program successful and to make our children successful? First, be aware of the values that are taught in the Saksham class. The teachers have to understand and be aware as to what are the values which are being imparted to the children. Next is to support by sharing about these values in the classes. The teachers who will understand the values themselves will surely exhibit the same values in their talk and in their action, isn't it? So the teachers are playing a great role by sharing about these values in different ways, by way of stories or by way of examples, and helping their children understand the importance and benefits of practicing these values in their daily lives. There are events which will be organized in the schools from time to time. And these events which will be organized are really wonderful opportunities for the teachers, the parents, and children to come together and understand the importance of how a value can be inculcated in a child's life by the joint effort of everybody. So whenever these events are organized, the teachers also can participate in the events and also motivate the parents and the children to be present for all these events. The last one is to follow a value-based education practices, that is screen-free classes, value language, inquiry-based listening, constructive feedback. I'm sure teachers are doing a great job while talking to their children, but putting in a little extra effort by completely understanding what a child is saying, by listening carefully, clearing any doubts before answering the child's question, giving the child a constructive feedback which can motivate the child to grow, and also to promote the language used in a class is always value based, which is kind, which is compassionate, and in which the child finds a lot of affection from the teacher. Moving forward to what is the role of a parent in making this program successful, let us try to understand that a parent should ensure to ask what happened every week in the Saksham classes. These classes will be held once in a week, and every week, the day on which the classes happen, if the parents also show interest and ask the child about which value was taught, what story was told to the children, what did they learn from it, did they like it, such questions or interest shown from the parents' side will ensure that the child is also that the child is also doing it from all his or her heart. Right? Make sure the journal or the Saksham books are filled, especially the parent corner. So these Saksham books are very carefully designed, in which we also have places where the parents' input is of great importance. So in those places, make sure the parent finds time to sit down and fill the parts of the Saksham journal. That will again motivate your child, and see that when the parents and teachers are both interested, the child's interest will also bloom in the same subject. Attend events whenever invited. So when these events happen, please parents make sure that you make time, you consider this as a priority and attend these events. Be a part of the assessments and measures which are taken for these Saksham classes. These Saksham classes will also have assessments which will purely be based on the understanding of the child about a particular value. So parents can also be aware about these assessments. Read what happened in their class on a monthly basis through our Saksham platform. So you will be provided a link through which you can see what has been happening in their Saksham classes, and you can stay updated about the same. Next, moving on to the children. Of course, the children have to play the most active role in learning from these classes. The children should attend the classes on a weekly basis. They should remain motivated from within and have a positive outlook towards these classes and attend every class of the Saksham. Record your learnings in the journal or Saksham book. The journal will have multiple columns, questions to create that curiosity and understanding in a child about the particular value. So these learnings should be actively recorded, and every page should be filled so that the teacher and the parents also understand about your understanding of the value. Complete the call to action given by the teacher. At the end of every value, there will be a call to action, a transformative action, which will be given by the teacher to the student. This makes the subject of Saksham not just theoretical, but it gives a practical approach, as in which value has been learned by the child can be brought into action through various activities. And that call to action should be completed by a child with a proactive approach. Be a part of the assessments. The students should not miss the Saksham assessment just to know what they have understood and where they stand. Project-based learning for students of grade 4 and above. So above grade 4, we also have project-based learning. These projects will be, a few will be short-term, few will be long-term. They will be practical projects. And so children can participate in those projects and enhance their learning. Be a part of the events. Again, this events goes for the parents, the children, and for the teachers. Whenever the events are organized, if the children and parents participate in it, it is going to be a great learning. So in this way, we see that the parents, teachers, and children can create a common interest called learning about values and character, and each one can help each other to grow. With this, I would also like to address a question which surely rises in all of your mind. When we are talking about values, we are talking about Saksham. So what are the values that the children are going to learn, right? What are going to be the values? So I'll just share my screen with you in just a moment. So I will just help you with what are going to be the values that the children are going to learn in different classes. So these classes are going to be custom based. According to the different grades, we have given them a different syllabus or different values that they will be learning. So here is a small understanding about what are the skills and values that each child will be learning. So when in grade 3, the child will be learning about the values of kindness, responsibility, sportsmanship, leadership, and global citizenship. Children are very smart, and they learn at this young age. If they learn such wonderful values, they will be able to utilize it in their daily life from the very tender age. And what we learn at this tender age, we will be able to retain for a lifetime. The life skills that they will be learning are the essentials of bicycle maintenance, like filling air in a tire, proper washing and oiling. This shows them that how they can be self-dependent and do their tasks on their own. The students will be also able to understand the natural methods of providing first aid to any person who is unwell. These are great life skills and values to learn at this age. When they move to grade 4, children in grade 4 will be learning the values of planning, responsibility, trust, and mindfulness. The life skills that they will learn will be how to manage time and complete their tasks and achieve goals. Time management is a great life skill. And even as adults today, we sometimes do find the necessity to be able to manage our time well, isn't it? So as children, if they learn it at such a young age, it will help them to do their tasks with good planning and responsibility too. Right? So the next life skill is about active listening, how they can not just hear, but listen. There is a lot of difference between just hearing and listening. So children will learn how to listen actively, even when their friends, family, or classmates are talking, and this improves their relationship with everyone. Grade 5 children will be learning the most amazing values of reasoning, perseverance, trustworthiness, value for money, and patience. It's important that children learn how to manage their money, how important it is, because in our daily life, we do use money in different places, and learning about the value for money is very important for children of this age. They will also learn the life skill of how to make decisions, right? Decision making is a great skill to have, and to make a decision of how to achieve short and long term goal is a life skill which the grade 5 children will be learning. The grade 6 children will learn the values of self-control, compassion, teamwork, and discipline. The life skills they will learn is about the ability to analyze, study, and distinguish between different spam websites offering lucrative deals in travel, shopping, etc. So these days, being very much aware of about the online cheating or scams happening is a very important thing. So it's become a part of our life. We use the online medium for many things that we do. So this will make the children aware, and students will understand and practice the relevance of waste management, collection, segregation, and disposal of different types of waste, and its requirement to keep our environment clean and healthy. Grade 7 children are going to learn the values of self-confidence, money management, active listening, discipline, and gratitude, right? Students will be able to understand the importance of good communication skills and situations where they can use the communication skills to lead a successful life. Grade 8, we will be teaching them the values of self-esteem, resilience, equality, appreciation, right? Equality, we have gender roles and sensitization, a very important value to be learned at this age. For teens, it is very important to have great self-esteem and to treat everyone as equals. The life skills that they will be learning is how to practice different ways of being effective and confident communicator in different situations. So public speaking and confident public speaking is very, very important part of everyone's life. The students will get a chance to learn more about this, and students will be able to learn about online safety skills, etiquette, safe techniques to find useful information, and collaborating with the online community. So I think with this, you would have understood clearly as to in different grades, what the children will be learning, and about what values you can expect your children to be learning in this coming up year. right? So hope all of you are excited about this journey of Saksham. With this note, I would also like to, take a small poll on understanding what do you think that you want your child to learn. I will take Ridhi's help for this. She will paste, yes, Riddhi will paste a link for you in the chat box. This is a Google form link. Once you open the link, you will be able to see there is a huge list of values. So you can discuss at your place and you can fill the form as to what are the top 3 values you want your child to learn. So please take this 1 minute time to read and fill this form.
The link has been pasted in the YouTube live chat, so requesting all the parents to find the link and fill it up. Thank you.
As parents, we have different expectations that I want my child to learn about this. Because as I said in the beginning, each parent and each teacher wants their child to be successful and to be happy. So this form is just to understand your views on what do you think are the top 3 values that should be a part of your child's life. Hope all of you are filling the form.
We still have 0 responses, so requesting every parent to just take out 2 minutes to fill in the form, please.
Dear parents, filling in this form will not only give us an idea about your feedback, but you will also get an idea about what your thoughts are on what are the values you want your child to learn and practice. Very nice. I see parents are responding. Yes. I request all the other parents also to fill in the form. Yes. Riddhi, do we have to wait for more, or can we share the responses now?
Abhilasha, just give me a minute. I'm just checking.
Yes, please.
So we only have 14 responses. Do you want to
Mm.
wait for another few minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes?
Sure.
Let's get at least 20 responses and then we can proceed.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, Abhilasha, I think we have 16 responses. We can proceed. We have 20 now. Great. So at least.
Right. So it's wonderful to see how the parents have taken interest in letting us know about their choices. So as we can see, parents have voted for the life skills and values which they want their children to learn, right? We can see honesty and respect are the top values which grade 3 children, grade 3 parents feel their children should learn. And time management is the skill which they are very excited about. Very nice. About grade 4, we have responses for honesty, determination, and discipline. Yes. Again, in grade 5, also we see honesty is voted the top, time management, discipline in grade 7. So these responses help us a lot to understand about your choice of values for your children. Thank you so much for sharing that. Dear parents and children, it was wonderful interacting with all of you. And at this point, I have a very beautiful, heart-touching story to share with all of you. Okay, so I'm sure all of you also like to listen to stories, and such stories help us to think about what is happening in our lives as well. And it gives us a chance to introspect on what we can do differently to get a different outcome. There was a very old couple who were living happily in their little, small, but beautiful home. And it was their anniversary on that day. They were very happy looking into each other's eyes and seeing how they spent all these years together. When they came out to the living room on that day, they saw a bouquet of flowers, a few chocolates, and a small letter kept on the table. They were very happy to see this gift, and the old couple slowly moved towards the table and picked up the letter kept over there. On with the top of the envelope, in bold letters, it was written, Old Age Home. Without giving any second thought, they were just surprised and taken aback that why was such a letter placed here. They both looked at each other and thought that maybe their children want to send them to an old age home, and that is why they have kept this letter here. They both, sad and silent, sat down near the table and started talking to each other. They were just thinking that the moments when our child was born, and वो पूरा पीछे चले गए कि in life, all that happened to them, they were just talking and expressing with each other. They were thinking about the happy moments when their child was born, how they helped the child to eat, to walk, and the happy moments they had at that time. When they wanted to send their son to school, how they arranged for the fees the first time. It was a tough time for them at that time. What sacrifices they made when the son wanted to go out and study abroad. What they did when they wanted to marry their son off to the girl of his own choice. They were discussing all of this and sitting there near the table. And then they said that today it is time that the son is sending them away to an old age home. They had tears in their eyes. The old couple held each other's hand and said, maybe this is their fate now. These days we see, right, so many parents not being able to stay with their family, and they are separated from their children because the children don't have the time to spend with their parents. They feel they don't have the time to take care of them. And so they are sent away to old age homes. But in this story, the son was sitting far away and listening to all that their parents were talking. There is a beautiful twist in this story that the son who was listening to his parents came and sat near the parents and was wiping their tears. The parents were surprised. But the son said, "You never told me about all this pain and sacrifice that you have gone through to make me a man of great talent that I am today." And saying this, the son said, "You all know that from childhood, I always loved playing pranks with everyone." And he slowly opened that envelope and showed to the parents that he has built a beautiful house for all of them, which was the parents' dream from a long time, to live in their own house. And he fulfilled this dream, and he wanted to stay with his parents in the new home. But just to play a prank, he had written that this was a letter of the old age home. Dear parents, this son just played a prank with his parents, and in the way of playing the prank, he got to know the different pains and sacrifices the parent had undergone to bring up this child, which the parents had never uttered, never told the child. And today he came to know about all this. But the truth of today's world is that in many families, it is a reality that parents are being sent to old age homes, sent away from their own children. See, parents will always take care of their children, whatever the situation be. But will every child take care of their parent? There is a question mark after that. So, with these classes on values and character, if every child can understand that most of the things which are valuable in our life are for free. Materialistic things can give us happiness for the moment, but the things like laughter, family, friends, love, affection are all things which can make our life meaningful. Right? So these classes can teach the children the importance of responsibility, the importance of love and affection, a bond, a connection with the parents and the children. So through these Saksham classes, an effort is being made to bring to light the fact that children should value the things that they have received in their life. माँ बाप बहुत मुश्किल से मिलते हैं, और आज जिस भी बच्चे के पास पेरेंट्स हैं, so they should understand the value of a parent in their life. And hopefully these values will make every child a responsible person, a loving, caring person who is patient and who is understanding and empathetic. So hoping that all of you and all of us together, teachers, parents, children, all of us together, make this world a better place to live in with lots of happiness and laughter. Thank you so much, each one of you. Over to you, Riddhi.
Thank you so much, Abhilasha, for that wonderful session. I would like to call on Ms. Latika to give us the vote of thanks, please.
I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you are.
A beautiful curriculum has been designed by the Value Education team through Saksham platform. And as I told earlier also, Value Education will be putting emphasis in helping students develop and inculcate certain values to develop their personalities so that they can shape their future positively and can deal with the challenges of life easily. I would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to the Value Education coordinators for guiding and motivating us through this wonderful session. I wholeheartedly thank Ms. Abhilasha, Mr. Mayank, Ms. Riddhi for being so resourceful and being our mentor for today's session. And I hope Saksham will inculcate those values in our young minds and they would be able to instill a strong character for their future. I also take the privilege to extend my heartfelt gratitude and thanks to the entire parents community for joining today's session and sparing their valuable time. So let's join hands to make our children more resourceful, more responsible, caring, and wonderful citizens of global repute. Thank you everyone for joining in.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And with that, we come to an end of this session. So thank you all for being a part of the session and have a great weekend.
Thank you, Riddhi.
Thank you so much, ma'am.